When Maya Henderson vanished on a cold November evening, the town of Kingswell didn't just lose a 19-year-old honors student, they lost their sense of safety. But the truth about what happened to Maya would not only shock her family, it would expose a secret the town had been hiding for years. Kingswell, Oregon. Population, 4,102. A sleepy, picturesque town nestled in the Cascade foothills where people leave their doors unlocked, and the biggest news is who won the high school football game. Maya Henderson was a bright spot in Kingswell's quiet landscape. 19 years old, biracial, black and white, the daughter of a schoolteacher and a retired firefighter, Maya had just returned from her first semester at college in Portland. Her smile was magnetic, her ambitions enormous. She wanted to become an environmental lawyer and was already interning with a local nonprofit. Everyone knew Maya. Everyone liked her. And that made her disappearance all the more chilling. On the evening of November 14th, Maya told her parents she was going to meet some friends at the old train bridge outside of town, a popular hangout spot for teens. It was cold, and she threw on her signature yellow parka, grabbed a backpack, and promised she'd be back before midnight. She never came home. By morning, panic had set in. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Her friends claimed she never showed up. The police launched a search by 8 a.m. The bridge area turned up nothing, no footprints, no backpack, no sign of struggle. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. Local news picked up the story, and for the first 48 hours, everyone had the same theory. Maya had been kidnapped.
But by who and why?
Sheriff Dan Connors, a 30-year veteran of the Kingswell PD, led the search. But as the hours turned into days, things started to unravel. Magnifying glass tilted left clue number 1, the backpack. 3 days in, Maya's backpack was found a mile from the bridge, buried under wet leaves in a clearing that had already been searched. Her phone was missing, but inside were her wallet, a half-eaten protein bar, and a torn notebook. Magnifying glass tilted left clue number 2, the notebook. The notebook's last page was hastily scribbled. "Don't trust him. I think he followed me again." Who was him? Sheriff Connors interviewed Maya's close circle. Most of her friends had alibis. But one name stood out. Ethan Cross, a 22-year-old dropout who had dated Maya briefly in high school. He had a reputation, temperamental, possessive, and oddly charismatic. Maya had broken things off 2 years ago. But neighbors recalled seeing Ethan's truck near the Hendersons' house a few nights before she vanished. When questioned, Ethan denied any contact with Maya in over a year. Yet, security footage from a local gas station showed him buying beer just a mile from the bridge the night she disappeared. Still, no physical evidence tied him to the scene. Maya had been documenting something in her journal. Her entries revealed she felt watched. She wrote about hearing footsteps behind her and even sketched what looked like the train bridge over and over, each version darker and more distorted than the last. But was this paranoia or a real threat? Maya's mother, Angela, revealed Maya had confided in her about a man who had followed her from Portland. She believed it was someone she had met online during her internship, a fellow activist who had gotten too intense. Could this mystery man have followed her home? The community, once so unified, began to fracture. Rumors spread. Parents stopped letting their kids out after dark. The curse of the bridge, they whispered. The pressure on Sheriff Connors mounted. His once trusted department now faced growing accusations of mishandling the case. Then came the twist no one expected. A young hiker named Luis Trejo found something tangled in a thicket 5 miles from the bridge, a small wooden bracelet, engraved with Maya's initials. But this wasn't random. It was placed deliberately beneath a rock with a note. "Stop digging. You don't want the truth." Sheriff Connors doubled down. A forensic dog team was brought in. 2 days later, they uncovered a makeshift bunker, a survivalist hideout, near an abandoned ranger station. Inside, old food wrappers, maps of Kingswell, Polaroids of Maya. Sleeping, walking, smiling. The photos had dates, spanning 2 weeks after her disappearance. Maya had been alive. The handwriting on the note matched a previous criminal file. Daniel Fitch, a 46-year-old former Forest Service employee who had been fired for stalking a female coworker. Fitch had quietly returned to Kingswell a year earlier, living off the grid. When SWAT raided his hideout deeper in the woods, they found more photos and finally, a shallow grave. Maya's body was discovered on December 19th, 35 days after she vanished. The autopsy showed she died from blunt force trauma, likely from a struggle. She had been held captive, likely escaped, and died while trying to flee. Daniel Fitch was captured and charged. His motive? A delusional obsession. He believed Maya was the voice of nature and that she spoke to him through the trees. His trial revealed his disturbing descent into psychosis. Maya had been targeted because she was outspoken, visible, and brave. Maya's case stunned the nation and devastated Kingswell. But her family ensured her voice wouldn't be silenced. They launched the Maya Henderson Foundation, advocating for women's safety, stalking awareness, and better mental health screening for ex-government workers. Today, Maya's story is taught in criminal psychology courses. Her name appears in Oregon legislation aimed at protecting victims of stalking. Her mother, Angela, speaks across the country. "My daughter didn't just disappear. She was hunted, but she will not be forgotten." What would you have done if you were Maya? Do you think small towns protect predators more than they protect victims?